Do you think it wants to taste royal blood?
Louis's flight was a stupid move, yet it seems it was planned. One of us will sacrifice him. That is, if they catch him.
Alright, we are back to judging and sentencing souls here in Weed Revolution. First video went up, you guys seem to enjoy it, so we're back with a little bit more. As I've mentioned with the first video, I'm not opposed to doing a extended playthrough of this. If you guys are enjoying it, let me know, and I'm definitely down to do a bit more here going forward. That being said, we have found out that ourselves, the judge, were a drunkard. People are starting to find out, and we also have King Louis over here too. So, let's continue. Raymond de Voyer. King Louis. Continue, please. I am merely an observer. Do not change your habits for me. I heard a thing or two about a young and ambitious judge of the tribunal. I was curious whether he is guided by justice or by, entertainment, as some would say. Well, the word going around is entertainment, but don't believe everything you hear, King. So, we have a new case here to deal with. So right now, prison is looking likely for the revolutionaries, and the common folk are saying acquittal. So, let's find out about our friend right here. I should also note as well, to no surprise really, but native French speakers are indeed already making fun of my mispronunciation of French words. But that's fine, as long as you guys are enjoying the butchering, it's good. If you're getting salty about it, that's bad, but at least you guys are getting some humor out of it, so that's the upside here. This apparently was compiled by Nathan de Seraf. We're looking at a theft and burglary case this time around. The defendant is Olivier Mugler, who obviously is guilty. Look at that last name right there. Mugler, he did it. A 65-year-old master locksmith who is famed among Parisian burglars as an expert on unopenable locks. This guy right here, huh? Last month, he was commissioned by the owner of a Parisian glassworks, Jean Rude, Louis Roch, and Ferdinand Salan, to construct locks for ornate chests for valuables, presumably as gifts for their wives. The craftsman praised his latest creation as thief-proof. Shortly following their completion, the industrialist houses were hit by a series of burglaries, committed by a recent newcomer to Paris, Hector Vian. The thief from New Orleans, or it's technically not New Orleans yet, it's Orleans. The thief from Orleans, no, hey, go back, I was still reading that. The thief from Orleans was caught in the act and shot by Ferdinand Salan. Okay, so one of the glasswork dudes, right. An expensive turgid map of Paris, with the houses of the recently robbed industrialists marked on it, was found on the deceased. Surprisingly, Salan had given Mugler an identical map as advance payment. This deposit was in addition to the agreed remuneration from all the employers. Okay. Further interesting information came from the owner of the Ginger Margot Inn. She recalled that on the night preceding the burglary, the locksmith met there with a man she didn't recognize. Based on the description, we were able to identify him as the aforementioned Hector Vian. The man allegedly engaged in an evening of drinking sponsored by Mugler, the locksmith. Evidence, a map of Paris found on Hector Vian. Alright, so it's looking very much like our boy over here did indeed, might have had a hand in this. Maybe. Okay, anything else that we gotta read here? Apparently there's, oh, I got a drawing from my son. Pour papa. It's probably for dad. Monsieur Pochard et moi. Monsieur, I guess that's us and him? Et moi? Et is like and, right? And moi is me. So, Monsieur Pochard and me. Alright. I know some French, man. I paid a little bit of attention in that class. I did. Okay, so let's take a look at this here. Famous thief, map of Paris. So map of Paris, this one obviously has to be evidence against him. Because it was apparently found on the guy who was shot. And we also have marks on the map. Well, that was the map of Paris, which is evidence, but this is the one that apparently had the markings of the people that the locksmith worked on, so that's more evidence right there. We got 2 of them right there. There's apparently 6 more questions to reveal. We can make 3 mistakes on this one, too. But 6 more questions, so wow, wait, that's a lot. Alright, so drunken evening, I imagine that would be a course of event. Correct? Series of burglaries. It's been a series of those were events. That almost feels also like extenuating circumstances. Like there were a series of burglaries, but Not sure if I could pin him on him in particular, but lock construction, that's going to be your personality. Oh, no, it's not a personality. Last month, he was commissioned by the owners of the Parisian glassworks to construct locks for ornate chests for valuables, presumably as gifts for their wives. Oh! Course of events, too. Right. Master locksmith is, personality. There we go. So, questions for the defendant. Let's start off by... Rumor has it that you are one of the best locksmiths in Paris. I should deny it for modesty's sake, but I will not. That cannot be true, though, as random thief from Orleans was able to easily open your locks. Well, then he must have been one of the best thieves in Orleans. Let's be serious, Monsieur le Judge. Every lock can be picked with the right talents, even my locks. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, you want to be the guy whose locks cannot get broken into, so are you really the best? One would question that, huh? How much did you charge for your services? 3,000 francs. Tidy sum, that is. If you were a master locksmith, you'd charge that much too. Well, he's not a master because he's getting broken into. I'm just throwing that out there. That is quite a substantial fee. Indeed, that's how much it costs to have high-quality locks made by a master with nearly 50 years of experience. And those bastards never paid me a single franc. The victims did not pay you the agreed amount. Not a franc. I'd beat that money right out of them, but I'm too old for that. Okay, so right now we're looking at apparently acquittal. So he wasn't paid for his work. Not even a single franc, not even like half right now, half later, nothing at all. It's a really terrible business situation you got going there, my dude. Do you recognize this map? No, I don't recall ever seeing it before. Ferdinand Salin claims that he gave you this map as advance payment for your services. He claims what? That wicked wretch of a second-rate merchant. He gave me a scrap of paper as payment for making 3 logs, and says he's supposed to be worth more than 3,000 francs he owes me? An honest laborer is being judged, while frauds remain at large. Silence! So this map does not belong to you? It doesn't. So where is the map that you received from Citizen Salon? I lost it, but it wasn't even worth a loaf of bread, so I surely shouldn't shed a tear. But if you have it, maybe you stole it from me. You'd better make a note from Olivier Mugler demands remuneration from Rude, Rowe, and Salon. Let's go with this one right now. Did you know Hector Vian before? This is the first time I've heard the name. That's interesting, as you were seen draining several bottles of wine together at the Ginger Margot Inn. Is that a crime? No, but the question is, why you're denying it now? Was your drinking spree just a deception for discussing the burglary? Nobody I had a drink with introduced themselves as Hector. I didn't plan any heist with a Hector, Victor, or Hugo. I'm a locksmith, and I earn good money from it. Burglaries are for vagrants without a job. Huh? Well, he's still on the acquittal side, that's for sure. You were commissioned by the victims to make chest logs. Who installed them? It was me, naturally, and all in agreement with the contract. My job was to prepare and install the locks, and the employee was only to come and see whether the work was completed, and pay, of course. Was the installation carried out at your workshop? Not on site, at the client's property. None of these idlers bothered to deliver the trunks to my workshop, so I had to strain my old legs. Does that mean you knew the victims' addresses of the victims? How else would I get there, blindfolded and on a wagon? Alright. We're still on the acquittal side, but it looks like that might be going up towards guilty right now. But so far, like, I mean, this guy's doing a good job of, like, playing, like, the old guy, just an honest dude trying to make a living. So he's working the common folk pretty good, I would say. Were you the one who marked the addresses of the 3 victims on the map? I didn't mark anything. The houses of your clients are marked on the map. I don't know who marked them. Maybe you should ask the person you found the map on. Well, it's kind of hard to do because he's dead. Maybe the court made the marks and has no memory of doing so. Oh, we did it now. It's a big conspiracy to jail up the 65-year-old locksmith, huh? Do you not think there are too many coincidences in your story? You obtain the map, but lose it, and then it's found on the thief who robbed your clients? I know nothing of coincidences, only make locks. I'm not sure, buddy. It seems like you're about to lose that acquittal. Did you give Hector Vian the map, or did you tell Hector how to open? Did you tell Hector Vian how to open the locks in the victim's trunks? I understand what you're implying, but consider this. If he sold the secret of my locks, then my business would be over. Well, word spreads fast among thieves. It's kind of true, sure. Did you give Hector beyond the map with the victim's houses marked on it?
I give nothing to Achilles, Hector, or any other Greek.
Call on the witness, citizen John Rood. Alright. John Rood, in the flesh. You will not speak unless called upon. Naturally, of course. So, what went missing during the burglary? My house was the first one to be robbed. And in my case, it was mostly valuables. At Rue's house, he will not say it himself, and I do not want to go to prison. It was the letters he had exchanged over the years with King Louis. Damn monarchist! Salan did not lose a thing. He shot that vermin in the act. That is what he said. What happened to the items he had stolen? That still remains unknown. According to Salan, Hector had nothing with him. Ferdinand suspects he had hidden the other valuables somewhere. He hid the other items before robbing the last house? Strange. You look upset? What are you afraid of? Or advance payment in the form of a map, its disappearance, the murder of a burglar, and a lack of payment for services. What are you afraid of, buddy? Monsieur le Judge, that crowd behind me, and you know. Know what? I do not want to go to prison, and Salan said that if I were to talk nonsense in court, I would be sentenced to a few years. Is that true? Citizen Ferdinand Salan instructed you on what to testify? No, well, he might have offered some suggestions on how to get into trouble by speaking gibber. I am a rather nervous person, and I sometimes struggle to make sense. A fool more than a witness, that's our bourgeois. Well, buddy, I still can't link him to the guy, I'll be honest with you. Yes, there's a lot of consistencies there where it's kind of like, odd, you guys are drinking, you had the map that you should have had that you apparently lost. Yeah, but I mean like hardcore concrete proof. Do we have that? I don't think we do. I'm leaning towards acquittal here on this boy. Revolutionaries won't like that apparently, but common folk will. So, let's go over to verdict. So, right now, choose a verdict to see the influence of the factions. Now, mind you, depending on what we do, we're going to lose or more of the revolutionaries. So, at the moment, we're really good with the common folk, so we could spare to lose a little bit of their trust in us, I guess. But this, apparently, risk of being removed from office for the revolutionaries if we go, apparently, to the skull area. So, let's find out really quickly here what's happening. So, if we go acquittal, very, very close there, boys. Very, very close. If we go prison, we put them just about both of them in the middle, for sure. This one is what I really want to go with, but good God, I'm gonna go acquittal. Might not be the best for my health, but I'm gonna go with that one. I just don't have any hardcore concrete proof to be like that's you. You're the one who did it. He's denying it, but there's no proof like, yeah, I saw him give him the map and there were like, Machiavellian villains from a silent film. There's nothing like that. The verdict for Citizen Olivia Mugler is not guilty. Lead the defendant away. Bravo, Mugler. Away with the bourgeois. To be honest, this does not bear the marks of social justice. They would not pay him, so he had them robbed. There is balance here. You shut up, Raymond. Okay, so we unlocked 8 of 8 questions. Perfect. And we're kind of in trouble with the revolutionaries here, but common folk +5. Do we have any more cases today, or is it back time for home? Look, an authentic Mac by Turgo. It would be a pity if it rotted in a safe deposit box. Well, what are you implying? We cannot do that. What are you implying, Raymond? These are court deposits. Well, Matilda did tell me long ago to take care of my study at home. There you go. I know someone who can remove these marks without damaging the map. Well, I guess I get no option in the matter. It's just happening.
King Louis XVI. There were people who truly loved him. He reminded the French they had noble ancestors. Do not be manipulated by people who are not bearing the burden of responsibility. This saddened me. Someone had advised him to say that. Someone who was well aware of the cold, inevitable wind of change. I did not pity the king, but those who will come after him, as they will not have great ancestors.
One of us. Frenchmen march in the streets of Paris side by side, one line after another, to commemorate Jacques Guillaume Simonat, mayor of Ivetampes. He was murdered by a furious mob, punished for a law he did not enact, but was obliged to observe. Freedom of speech killed him. If we understand this as the right to cast stones to show one's discontent, the right to murder people because you deemed them responsible for your miserable life, surely the people of Paris would prefer if we said that nothing happened. So this is something that we chose in the first video, where Raymond asked me if I wanted to go marching or not, and I said yes. Common folk, -3, but revolutionaries +1. So that's kind of good because we were kind of veering in we still are veering in dangerous area for the revolutionaries, but at least this kind of gave me a point upward without necessarily having to bend my will in the verdict. So that's really good. That played out really good. Your son is rather good with the viola. He is both talented and enthusiastic. This is the guy from the first video who wanted me to go drinking with him. He's also a lawyer, was he? Was he a lawyer or a politician? Something like that, too. I would prefer that he was as enthusiastic about the law books I give him. Maybe his identity is to become an artist, not a lawyer. Mother likes to hear me playing, and there's nothing more boring than law. See, he would rather let his career rely on the humors of the people. There are many ways to rescue France. Believe me, our country desperately needs something to enable it. The power is in the hands of simple, illiterate people. Let him rescue their souls with music. That is better than boring laws and clauses. Oh, see what you're doing? You're spoiling my child. I do not have my own children to spoil, so I am focusing on yours. Speaking of which... Oh, no. Alright. So, relations with the family here. Oh, we have a story event, seminar. Locked action. After various important events, you may find yourself with an action forced upon you. On this day, you become the victim of your own decisions. Okay, that sounds terrifying. Alright, so we're locked to everything over here. We have to go with this one. That's fine. We're still kind of in the middle with everybody. If anything, we're kind of like on above the middle for most of them, so ain't too bad.
That is our new symbol of freedom. You can still smell the fresh wood.
Do you feel free looking at it?
Individuals like us do not need symbols, but France does. Did you hear the news of the day? People are running around like headless chickens and yelling about Louis and his entourage escaping Paris.
So, we will not be enjoying the aroma of fresh wood for long.
Monuments like that are not installed solely for the purpose of punishing thieves or lesser aristocrats.
Do you think it wants to taste royal blood?
Louis's flight was a stupid move, yet it seems it was planned. One of us will sacrifice him. That is, if they catch him.
Is that why Louis visited us at the court? To manipulate us?
Maybe deep in his heart he felt what the builders of the guillotine did. That someone has to be exposed as a traitor, even if there is none.
Intriguing. Kind of goes back to that little line he gave us before he left, too. Well, Guillotine is coming. Heads are about to roll. Antoine Tinville. Welcome, citizen fidèle. My name is Antoine Quentin Fauquier de Tinville. Good YouTube, I did not curse. Okay, don't you dare. I am the public prosecutor that has been assigned to assist at every tribunal trial, starting from today. I should warn you that I am an uncompromising, although I hope that we quickly find common ground. In happier news, the construction of the guillotine has been finished. We may be using it today. Oh wow, alright, so we can start cutting people's heads off today too. Yes, we have seen it. The king is gone. Treason. Anyone with information about his whereabouts should immediately disclose it to the authorities. And yes, people made fun of this one for me. Robespierre. What? How do you say it? Isn't it Robespierre? Robespierre. Robespierre. Whatever. And here comes our next case. We have good relationship with young son. Your younger son adores you, like he used to back in better days, which is good. Apparently, the heart of the family is through the son, the young kid. So we keep him happy, we're good. And hey, revolutionaries, we have to start worrying about that because we are low. Common folk were high. We can sacrifice a little bit of common folk points though. We got no news today to worry about, alright? We're gonna wrap it up here, boys. We are out of time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you'd like to see a bit more... Oh, I just realized. Ha 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 ha. Verdict. We now have not just prison and acquittal, we got the death penalty. If you guys enjoyed it, would like to see more of this, let me know in the comments. If you're leaving a thumbs up, we'll definitely do some more. Otherwise, all the information for this will be down below. I'll catch you guys next time.